Hi, this is Rasika. Today I am going to present about bionic age. This bionic age is nothing but it is an electromechanical system that functions like a living organism. For example, if a person is born with disabled or if he lost his hands, this hands can be made artificial, and this artificial hand can be stick into the human body where he can do the things as if he is having a natural hand. And this artificial hand is made by using the sensors, and it is also powered with motors and actuators. Actuators is nothing but it is also like motor for controlling and moving the artificial part, and it sends the neural signals from the affected part to the brain where he can do and where the individual can do his own task. So this bionic can be split as two, like bio means biology and nic means electronics. The combination of both biology and electronics we call it as bionic. In medicine we call these bionic as a replacement. That means replacement of an organ by a mechanical machine. So coming to introduction, we know that a computer can directly talk to a brain. But is there a way that the brain can talk directly to a computer? Yes. In our body, in our brain, we have an activity called electrical activity. This electrical activity sends the commands to the brain, and this brain implant will control the every movement of the person. If a person thinks about that movement, the electron present in the brain will picks up the signal and it amplifies the signal and it sends to the skin where the person can do the things by thinking of it. So that's the advance of this bionic. The technology used here is robotics, bioengineering, brain computer and MEMS. MEMS is nothing but it is a microelectronic mechanical system. Microelectronic, this ranges from 1 to 100 micrometers. So, first coming to artificial muscle, if the natural muscles has been damaged, we can replace this natural muscle by using an artificial muscle. The artificial muscle used here is EAP. EAP is nothing but electroactive polymer. The polymer has been used as a muscle over here. Polymer is nothing but, poly means many. So many number of monomers constitute a polymer. Like monomer means single. So this is monomer. So many number of monomer constitute a polymer. So this is fiber-like structure where it has been placed instead of muscle, so that a person can do his own activity by using this artificial muscle. So coming to bionic heart. Heart is the hardest working muscle which has been present at the center of the chest, and it beats for 80 times per minute and 1,15,000 times per day. And it also consists of 4 chambers. Like this is right auricle, and this is left auricle, and this is right ventricle, and this is left ventricle. This auricles that take blood from the body to the heart, and this ventricle takes blood from the heart towards the body. And here in our body we have a parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. This space has been present in the parasympathetic nervous system. Due to some activities, this pacemaker gets damaged and the heartbeat gets decreased. So in order to overcome that, we are going to implement the artificial pacemaker over here. And this artificial pacemaker consists of a pulse generator. This pulse generator is made up of a titanium which is very much strong than steel, but it is soft enough to be kept in the heart. And it also consists of circuits plus battery. This battery is made up of lithium iodine, and the lifetime of this battery is about 12 years, and it also consists of an pacing leads. This pacing leads is connected to the nerves of the heart, and it also consists of two pacing leads which has been connected to the chambers of the heart. And the other thing is programmer. This programmer will program this pacemaker, and by using the physician, he can notice the rhythm of the heart and the movement of this pacemaker. So, by using this artificial pacemaker, we can increase the heartbeat of a person while doing his exercise, and also it also can decrease the heartbeat by using when he is in normal stage. And by using the electrode, he can charge the battery. So that's the use of bionic heart. And when coming to bionic ear, ear is a vulnerable region present in our body, and in ear it is classified into three stages, like outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. This inner ear is made up of cochlea. This cochlea consists of an hair cell which generates the electrical signal, and this electrical signal has been sent to the hearing part of the brain so that a person can hear this sound. But sometimes this hair cell gets damaged. So in order to overcome that damage, we are going to implement an bionic ear. This bionic ear consists of an 22 electrode in the inner ear and plate-like electrode in the outer ear, and a microphone which has been placed at the behind the ear, and a speech processor. So that speech processor he can keep in a pocket or anywhere else. So if a person hears the sound, it transmits the sound to the microphone and to the speech processor, and from speech processor it transmits the electrical signal to the hair cell, and from hair cell it transmits the signal to the hearing center of the brain so that a person can hear the sound. So coming to advantage, it can by using this bionic ear, we can hear the distant sound also, and we can also increase the sound by using 30 decibels. Coming to electronic noise, this electronic noise is used for automatic detection and classification of an odors, chemicals, and some chemicals, poisons, and also flavors. This is used to detect some flavors. It can be also implemented in the human being. For example, if a sample of flavor we are going to blow through this chemical sensor array. This sensor array, it will sense the flavor, and this is full of hardware description where it senses the flavor and it sends to the pattern recognition system. This pattern recognition system is full of a software part where it has been already programmed. So it matches with this chemical sensor array and it detects what type of flavor it has been blown, and it produces an output. This is mainly implemented in the human being, and it also can be implemented in most of the industries, so that they can detect what type of flavor they has been using this food preservative. So coming to benefits of using this electronic nose, like it is very compactness, reliability, and also portability. So coming to bionic eye, 25 million people in this world is blind only because of some fault in retina. In a human being, the light from this falls on the lens, and from lens it falls on the inner retina, and from there it falls on the outer retina, and from there it consists of an optical nerve, where this optical nerve generates the electrical activity, and this electrical signals has been transmitted to the brain so that a human being can see the image. But if any damage has been caused in this retina can be replaced artificially by using an artificial silicone retina. This artificial silicone retina is very small, like 2 mm thick, that is, it is very thicker than the human hair. And this also consists of a microphotodiode where it detects the light from the image and it has been transmitted to this retina. And from this artificial silicone retina, it transmits the electrical signals to the optic nerve and to the brain, so that by using this bionic eye, a person can view the image and he can also view the image beyond these obstacles. And here we are using one more called CCD sensor. By using this CCD sensor, this CCD sensor is used to digitize this image and it sends to this optical nerve. And coming to a bionic leg, this leg, the movement of the leg can be done by applying 1000 times a load for second. And the resistance can also be applied when necessary. Here we are using motors and actuators. This motors and actuators is used for moving and controlling the part of the artificial leg. And here we are using a sensor called force and position sensor. This position sensor is used to detect the proper foot placement. And here we are also using a processor so that a person can stay erectly. So Future Bionics. This Future Bionics has developed a superhuman so that a person who was born with disabled can have artificial eye, leg, hands, muscles, heart, everything. So coming to conclusion, this bionics help the disabled person to lead a life, and it has given a life to the person who is disabled, and they lead a simple and easier life. And this bionic is also a life-saving machine. So this is about the bionics. Thank you.